Many times people tell me that, Manoj, you've been doing one good film after another. Earlier you used to do 2 films, now you do the 3 films or 4 films are coming in a year. Do you think that there will be a burnout? I choose my films not because they are paying me X amount of money. I knew that in that kind of a society, if you tell them that you want to become an actor, they would make fun of you, and the relatives and the village will call you bhand. There was no easy time for me. While others were dating girls, I preferred doing work. To chief assistant director, you give your portfolio, and as you move out from there, you can actually sense that your portfolio is already torn out and thrown into the dustbin. It was Bhiku Mahatre, Satya. That was I think if there is any other actor got such a overnight, popularity of that magnitude, was Mr. Amjad Khan. Some people think that I'm very arrogant, rebelling against certain stereotypes, certain opinions, certain ways of the society or the industry. I'm always rebelling against it.
This is Nawaz Kochra joining you on Indian Express, and I welcome you to our very new episode of Dear Me. The guest who's joining us today, many people believe that he's an institution of acting in himself. He's been around for 3 decades, won many national awards. He's also a Padma Shri, and there is a huge legacy of movies that he's done. Now, what I might call as his 2.0 version is an actor whose fire in the belly just refuses to simmer. So welcoming amongst us, Manoj Bajpayee. Hello sir, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Sir, 3 decades in this industry, more than that in fact. What is it that has kept you going all these years?
I think one simple thing, which was always there in me since the time I got completely mesmerized looking at the acts on the screen. The acting as a craft itself has always mesmerized me, and whenever I'm getting to do something new and which is mind blowing, and really it again burns the fire in the belly. So much that I get up at 3:30, I finish my routine and rush to the set and give it all. So I think this is that kind of a fire which is refusing to die out. Many times people tell me that, Manoj, you've been doing one good film after another. Earlier you used to do 2 films, now you do the 3 films or 4 films are coming in a year. Do you think that there will be a burnout? I said no, I don't think so, because my roles have varied, and my roles have varied and the performances have varied. So if I'm working on my performance on each and every role, I will never burn out. I always take care of it. It's just the passion for the acting and the love for acting is so much that the fire in belly will never go away.
Wow. So while we are talking about, this journey that's been so interesting, and, around for more than 30 years, I want to understand that now what is happening is we are seeing this phase of Manoj Bajpayee where his films are doing so well. Every project that, he's probably being a part of, there's a Midas touch, we can say, that there's to it. Like, Bhaiya Ji, right. It's your 100th film. Right. At the same time, 100 million views have been crossed. Banda has crossed more than 1 billion views. So, what is it? Have you cracked that formula, we can say?
No, there's no formula to it. Believe me. If at all there is anything apart from just choosing the right script is also the instinct is working very well, and instinct works only when you choose something with pure heart. with no adulteration, right? With no corruption in your mind. So I choose my films not because they are paying me X amount of money, but I choose them for varied reasons. Okay, with Bhaiya Ji and Silence 1 and Silence 2, I wanted to reach out to the tier 3, tier 2 audience who could not see much of me because I was busy doing independent films. Okay, so it was my own resolve to entertain them, to reintroduce myself to them, and I'm so happy that I chose this film. And those films are doing extremely well on the platform, extremely well. I mean, so much so that you sometimes you get up and you feel that you are the luckiest man today. I mean, you do Banda or Gulmohar or Joram or Killer Soup. All of them are successful in their own right and acclaimed. But at the same time, there is Silence 1, Silence 2, Murder Mystery, and Bhaiya Ji, which is a hardcore mainstream commercial film. Though even those films are being lapped up by the audience, which the film is meant for.
True. I want to revisit with you that kid, Manoj, who probably dreamt of becoming an actor at one point in time. If I'm not wrong, you all have 5 siblings. Right. So, firstly, can we say that Manoj was the rebel child of the family?
Always. I still am, but I'm gone very quiet. I just do things now without getting angry. But my sense of rebellion is always there in me, and that's very quiet and calm. I choose certain things and then I just put my mind onto it. But yes, the angst is something I somehow learned how to channelize it.
But was there a particular moment or point when you realized that, okay, this is something I want to do?
In my childhood, you're saying?
Yeah. Like, what fascinated you that you decided, right from that time?
I was very young, and it's very, it actually, I find it very difficult to really put my finger on it. But my parents are quite fascinated with movie watching, and they used to stay in the village. So, and we brothers and sisters were different schools and the boarding. And they used to get me out of the boarding, keep me with them, take me to watch films. And those films actually, not exactly which film, but yeah, just going to watch movies with them at such young age, somewhere something happened in me. I still remember going to watch Hathi Mere Saathi. I was very little. I was like a toddler, and from the school has taken us to this Liberty Cinema, and Rajesh Khanna is crying in the end because his elephant has died, and there was this very popular song, Nafrat ki duniya ko chhod ke pyar ki duniya mein khush rehna mere yaar, and I was crying. I was completely moved. I was a little boy, and then we came back, and next day again I went to the school, and we were in the assembly, and everyone was singing school song or national anthem. In my mind, I was still acting that song, Nafrat ki duniya ko chhod ke pyar ki duniya mein. I was putting myself in place of Mr. Rajesh Khanna. I was singing that song in my mind to elephant, right? So I think I was destined to be an actor. God has actually given that clarity to me since the time I was a toddler, and that's how I can remember.
Also, first time when you told at home that or to your parents that this is what I want to do, what was the reaction?
I haven't told them actually, but I've never told them. I knew that in that kind of a society, if you tell them that you want to become an actor, they would make fun of you, and the relatives and the village will call you Bhand, and they will make it difficult for me to get out. So I decided to go to Delhi with my friend who was going to Delhi to take admission in Delhi University, and I took help from him. So I traveled with him. I went to Delhi, took admission, telling my father that, medical is something I can't do. My physics is bad, my mathematics is bad. So please let me go. I may, think of sitting in for UPSC exam, okay, to become IAS or IPS. So this is exactly what I told him. But he didn't. He somewhere knew that I was telling him lies. He knew that there was this urge in me to become an actor. My father was a gentleman, very gentle soul. He didn't say anything. He pretended as if he doesn't know anything. And then after graduation, when I decided to go full-fledged into theatre, I wrote a letter saying that, this is what I always wanted to do and this is what I'm going to do. So I'm very sorry. I know it will break your heart, but this is what will keep me happy. Then he wrote back to me. He said, "I'm your father. I always knew that this is exactly what you wanted to do. My blessings are always with you, but just remember one thing: give everything, whatever you have, to what you want to do, so that you don't have any regrets in life, even if you fail." And that became a key to me, okay, even till now.
From Delhi when you came to Mumbai, and the journey was beginning here. What was that journey like? What were those days like, the initial days of you trying to make your way into the industry?
The initial days were very tough. It was, I was doing theatre in Delhi, and that used to keep me very busy, 18 hours, 19 hours. I used to do rehearsals. I used to take workshops. I used to be with Barry, when just assisting him in his plays, doing workshops with the schools and the slum children, the platform children. So my life was very hectic in Delhi. I was learning all the time. There was no easy time for me. While others were dating girls, I preferred doing work. For me, it was a wastage of time even dating a girl. So I was a very, single-minded, focused young man. I didn't want to waste even an hour thinking that my parents are in the village. I have a responsibility and I have to do it right. I have to do justice to it. So I was a very boring guy. I was always a very boring guy with no, colorful aspect to me.
But was it easy to, probably knock on the right door? Because that time...
See, it was, industry, when I came to Mumbai, there was no theatre that I was doing. There was no money that I had. I was not keeping a good health. Initial days, going to the studios, visiting the sets, sometimes being thrown out from there by the assistant directors and the production people. Difficult to get into the stage 1 or stage 2 in Filmistan. Then trying to find your way in, go to the director, introduce yourself, or to chief assistant director. You give your portfolio, and as you move out from there, you can actually sense that your portfolio is already torn out and thrown into the dustbin. So, but that used to be our routine, and I should do it in one half of the day, and the second half of the day I used to go to the television people, television directors, and ask for work there. But nothing was working out for me. It was a very difficult time, and if there was any difficult time I really faced, it was in those 4 or 5 years, my initial years in Mumbai. There was nothing, just surrounded by self-doubt, bad health, complete breakdown of your self-worth, so but the only thing that was there in me that could make me survive is the resolve. Resolve that I am not going to leave this city. I am going to remain an actor and make my living as an actor.
After so much of struggle, making it to the big screen finally, when you saw yourself first time on that celluloid, what was the feeling like?
I think it was Bandit Queen.
Yes.
Yes. I just felt that, I just felt as if it is not me. I just felt that, it is not the world that I am part of. Everything seemed like a, what do you call it? It was hard to believe that it is me on that screen. When my shot comes, Phulan Devi and Saurabh Shukla are coming to meet me, and the shot of me standing at the banks of the river, Chambal River, and that hungry look of mine, I still can't believe. Whenever I watch that shot, I still can't believe that it is me. It is me out there. Yeah. I mean, Shekhar Kapoor made me look like one hell of a guy on the screen.
Absolutely. Also, back home, क्या reaction था when they saw you on the big screen, or after becoming an actor, when you went back home or to your village, what was the reception like that time? What was people's reaction?
I know when I became popular with Swabhiman,
Yeah.
that Delhi soap, and all.
Directed by Mahesh.
I mean, not directed. He was the creative producer and also the producer. So whenever I should go to Delhi or to my village, all the housewives and the children, they used to watch me in the afternoon. And there was Swabhiman, and there was another successful Delhi soap called Shanti. And I became very popular in all the household, apart from Ashutosh Rana and Rohit Roy, everyone. So my first brush with popularity was that. But it was limited to a very few people, okay. It was Bhiku Mahatre, Satya. Yeah. That was I think if there is any other actor got such a overnight, popularity of that magnitude, was Mr. Amjad Khan. That's it. Okay. Just in one night, Bhiku Mahatre has become so popular. It became the household name. And everywhere I used to go, people used to just come out to see how Bhiku Mahatre looks like in real life. So yeah, that is the kind of frenzy it has created.
Today the Manoj Bajpayee that we see, there's been an interesting journey over the years, but one thing that I have always observed, and it's baffled me in a way, is we've never seen you too much on the red carpets or out there attending parties, attending events, or there have not been as controversy per se for Manoj Bajpayee. For that matter, not so many, if there must.
मेरा ऐसा कोई कंट्रोवर्सी तो होता नहीं है, हाँ, लेकिन मैं जाता नहीं हूँ किसी पार्टीज़ में. अब तो लोग बुलाते भी नहीं हैं, क्योंकि उनको पता चल चुका है कि यार why to be offended and be humiliated by him not attending. So which I am very happy with, that please don't call me. Because I like to sleep by 10:30, and I'm very happy and always looking forward to my early mornings. I just love the morning routines of mine, and I go out to meet and sit with, say, Rahul Chitela, the Gulmohar director, or say Apur Singh Karki of Banda and Bhaiya Ji director, and one or two more director friends of mine. There is Sharib Hashmi, then there is Raj and DK, I meet sometime. Neeraj Pandey, sometime I meet him. Not many actor friends I have. I know KK Menon, I have a lot of regards for him. He's a very good friend, Nawaz. But we don't meet that often. All of them are also very busy people.
But does it somewhere, create this stereotype about you being very reserved or very aloof for that matter? And does that bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. I mean, people who don't know you, they will have some perception. Some people think that I'm very arrogant. Because I'm aloof, because I'm reserved, because I safeguard my privacy fiercely. And if somebody thinks that I'm arrogant, so be it, because the day they come to sit with me, the day they will know me, all of these things will be taken care of. I'm a grateful man. I'm not an arrogant man. Yes, with lot of self-respect.
And you know, I'm not saying this just because I'm sitting with you, but you are one of the most humble actors I have come across, you know, in my life, for that matter. But for, you know, I'm sure this is a very difficult question to answer, but in these 30 years, what do you think has been this life-changing moment or that point that changed Manoj Bajpayee as a person completely?
Changed me? It doesn't change you. I don't think the inner core of you will never change. You will be the same person who came from Bihar. I have the same amount of gratefulness. What goes away are the unnecessary things. You know, too much of angst. I wouldn't say that it has gone away completely. No, I don't think so. But yes, it is taken care of very well by doing certain practices. Yeah, there is a sense of rebellion that is still there. Who is you know, rebelling against certain stereotypes, certain opinions, certain ways of the society or the industry. I'm always rebelling against those things, but in a very quieter way. I don't fight my battle in the media. If I have to put forth my opinion, which is against somebody is doing, I may sit down with that guy and sort it out. Yes, but I don't fight that battle in the media at all.
Amazing. You know, today sitting at this point, if you have to write a small message to yourself, you know, saying dear me, what would you say?
Oh my God, that will be a long letter. Okay. Dear Manoj Bajpayee, hope you are doing well. The last few years I have been observing you. You're doing fine. I'm not talking about you as an actor, but as a person, you've been really taking care of yourself, your health, your family, and your friendship with people. You've been sitting with the right people and working on your angst quite rightly. You've been working on your weaknesses as a person, which is quite commendable. Because when an individual is faced with the reality about him, he often defends. You are not that guy. And I'm so happy looking at you, taking all the criticisms and opinions about you and working on yourself. Keep moving ahead like this, Manoj Bajpayee. I'm super proud of you.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for removing time and doing this with us.